Good evening, boys and girls. Have you ever wondered where these authors get these great stories? Well, sometimes they come from real life, as in the case of this one, The Christmas Box by Joanne Stewart Wetzel and illustrated by Barry Root. Okay? And there's an author's note at the beginning here. It says, "This is a true story. In 1952, my father was sent to Kyushu, Japan with the United States Air Force. While many American families were able to live in Japan that year, there wasn't enough housing on Kyushu for everyone. This time, we had to stay home. So, sometimes they have enough for the families. They didn't for him. Many years ago, when I was young, and my brother was even younger, Daddy went to Japan to be a soldier. We couldn't go with him because there was no place for us to live. Daddy lived in a tent, and he wrote wonderful letters telling us all about Japan." See, there he is all by himself in his tent. He told us about the Japanese children he saw dressed up for holiday in their embroidered kimonos. On their feet, they wore gitas that clicked as they walked. He told us about the flowering cherry trees and Mount Fujiyama and how silly he looked the first time he tried to eat with chopsticks. I wish I could have seen him. We wrote him too and told him everything that was happening at home. I told him about my birthday party and my new school. I drew him a picture of the gypsy costume I wore for Halloween. Ricky sent Daddy a scribble picture of himself, dressed up like a cowboy. I wrote on the back to explain what it was. Then Dinah had kittens, and we named one Nico, which means cat in Japanese. We took pictures of the kittens to send to Daddy and lots of pictures of us. So there's the picture of her and all the kittens. And you can see Dad is actually putting them up in his tent. In the middle of October, we baked Christmas cookies, gingerbread men, Russian tea cakes, and snickerdoodles. We mailed the cookies to Japan. We sent Daddy's Christmas present too. Daddy wouldn't be home for Christmas. So even before Halloween, they had to bake this stuff and package it and mail it. Back in 1952, it would have had to go on a ship and sail slowly across the ocean. They didn't use airplanes for this. That's why they baked cookies already. We did the Christmas things we always do, but without Daddy. Ricky and I sprayed white snow on the windows, while Mommy hung a wreath on the door. Uncle Steve helped us buy our Christmas tree. We set it outside the front door where it could wait until Christmas Eve. Back then, you set up the tree on Christmas Eve. We went downtown to see the Christmas windows with Aunt Helen and our cousins. It began to snow big, lazy flakes as we were looking at the windows. That's a great picture showing the snowflakes coming down. When we got home, a wooden box frosted with snow was sitting on the stoop. Stoop is another word for a porch. It was addressed to all of us and stamped, "Do not open until Christmas." It was from Daddy. The box was too big to shake. Mommy put it on the floor in the hall closet. It was exactly as tall as my red rubber boots. Sometimes I forgot Daddy wouldn't be home for Christmas, but every time I opened the closet, I remembered. See how it says, "Do not open until Christmas"? On Christmas Eve, we brought the tree indoors. Soon the whole house smelled like pine. We hung our stockings by the door because we didn't have a fireplace. See the stockings? Then we went to the children's service at church. We sang my favorite carol, "Hark the Herald Angels Sing." And we sang Silent Night. That's Daddy's favorite. It was so hard to fall asleep that night. Everything in the house was waiting for Christmas. It's always hard to go to sleep on Christmas Eve. Ricky woke me up as soon as the sun began to come up, and we ran downstairs. The stockings bulged with mysterious lumps. The tree glittered and shone, presents piled beneath it in a wonderful confusion. The wooden box was under the tree now. We emptied our stockings before we unwrapped any presents. This year it took a long time to get the tangerine in the toe. All of us, even Mommy, kept looking at the wooden box. I wonder what is in there. It was the first present we opened. Inside was Japan. There were kimonos for Ricky and me, and the clicky gitas to wear with them, perfumed fans painted with pictures of blossoming cherry trees and Mount Fujiyama, chopsticks to eat with, a boy doll for Ricky, and a girl doll for me, and lots of presents for Mommy, too. But the best present for all of us was a photo album filled with pictures of Daddy. Ricky and I sat on either side of Mommy as she turned the pages. "Daddy is with us this Christmas," I said. "Isn't he?" "Yes," said Mommy, smiling. "I hope we're with him too," said Ricky. It's not easy being away from family for holidays. We never threw the wooden box away. When Daddy came home from Japan, he gave it hinges and wheels so Ricky and I could keep our toys in it. Over the years, the box was used to store all kinds of things: magazines, sewing supplies, and Daddy's tools. But no matter what it held, we always called it the Christmas box. I hope you enjoyed that true story. So, that's it for tonight. Good night, sleep tight, and pleasant dreams until next time. Bye now.